Okay, back after a while. So I need to get this one out so I can start going for it, make progress. So this is going to be a bit different than the other fat finger demos that I've done. I already have the package that I want installed. The PHP autocomplete, and I have it configured, so I'm just going to try and show how it works here. So a quick demo, let's see. So I've got index.php, a file that I've already made, and you see I can start PHP and already starts auto-completing a bunch of stuff. So let's try, I don't know, array sort, array sum. Yeah. So it shows you a list of all the built-in methods that we already have, and it gives you a little pop-up hint. Let's try array sum, and then you get an array. So let's just leave it like array, and you see here it should say down on the bottom. Yeah, now you see down at the bottom in the mode under the mode line in the mini buffer, it shows the signature for the method. Very nice. Let's see what's this 40 probably out here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And what else do we need? We need success. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not it. Global mode. What else did we want to have you set up here? I think that. Okay, now you should probably be able to see it better. What another thing we can do, I've already included some packages here, so let's do require, and string file name. Now there should be also an autocomplete for file name, so if we can do autocomplete file name, there's AC file. Let's see, we got dot slash. What's it? AC file? No. Vendor. And we want. There should be a. Where is it? See, it looks kind of stupid because of the. See. Where is it? Autoload. Okay. Okay. Now we should be able to do something like. It also does it. It will also. Let's do a new class. Weird. It doesn't have the YAW snippets working, but so we can do class. And he wants what he wants, a namespace. Yes. What do you want? Okay, so we got my test class here, and we can do some public bad variable names. Okay, and then we can do a public method. It's weird. It should have these autocomplete functions for this. So F, and he will take. We'll give him an array. Now, it should work if I can do this. So, what we need to do for this to work is you need to do AC PHP remake tags. Okay, now if we can do this, this, okay. Weird. Usually works. So that gives me the completion for the function, so we can, and it fills it out already with A, and we can try and pass in this, and X. Okay, here, yeah. So we have the variable set. And yes, I know this is bad, ugly code, but the other thing that we can do is we can do new. Should give me do a remake kind of tags, AC, PHP, remake all tags. And we can do new, and it's going to show me all these things. God, I don't know why it's so ugly. Guzzle, HTTP, client. Guzzle. Let's just call it client. A plus new guzzle HTTP client. And then I can use let's do client, and I can do git. I can do all the. Sorry, I need to make this smaller. Okay. So I gotta figure out why that's making it look like this. So git, and we can give it a URI. Let's try that, and let's just do Google. Don't use Google. Who is evil? They collect your stuff. And that's what is this? This is a response probably. And then we should be able to get the methods on response as well. It should autocomplete for us. Get body. Great. Now, that's one thing that's nice about this. Let's clean this up. What's also really cool is that you can jump around. So what I want to see is I want to see, here we've got my function, this F. Where is this defined? Oh, and we jump there. And we can jump back quickly. What is this X? And I can even go into files. So, client. Now this is obviously defined here. So, but here I can do client, jumps to there. Now what does this git do? How does this implement it? So I can jump into the file here. So this is how this uses magic methods, and even jumps to there. And we can do get body. What does get body do? Let's go back into here again, and let's just take a look at. Oh, we can look at all this stuff. Now, if we want to look at, say here, I can jump here, jumping around all over the place. Nice stuff. Now, what about if I want to do something like this? I don't know, var dump. I don't exactly remember what var dump is supposed to do. So if I jump into var dump, we are going to get to the PHP documentation. Great stuff. I have mine set up that says in Emacs. That's what if I want to copy these examples. So, and I can go back. Oh, no, I can't. That I have to actually quit normally, regular. But I can do, I can place it in, and good stuff. Now, why the YAD snippets aren't working? I probably forgot to install one of the packages. so we'll try and fix that later. Hopefully you can see everything with this being so small. So let's take a look at how this is configured. Oh, we're going on 10 minutes already. Excuse me. Emacs D. Languages, PHP autocomplete. Here, hopefully I can make it a little bit bigger. Okay, first thing, we are using the package ACPHP, and we're making sure that it's loading after PHP mode. I'm setting the auto update value, so it's not running over. What this package does, it also includes a static analysis tool for PHP that makes tags file that it uses for doing your references. Okay, and I define this to load on these commands, right? Makes sense? So whenever I run remake tags, or you'll see in a second why that's set up when I get down to my hooks. And here's where setting up some configuration. YA snippets global mode. This is taken from the documentation, as you can look there, which I don't think the documentation is so great. So I'm setting up a function which is going to be called when you get into to start the PHP autocomplete mode. You need a hook when you load PHP files. So it's starting the YA snippets global mode. Did I do a video on that? I don't think I did. Mike Zemansky did a good video on YA snippets. There's a bunch of other guys, so I don't think it's worth for me doing now. And then I set my sources, and it should match YA snippets. Maybe I don't have the PHP on snippets installed. That could be. Let's see. Install package. Let's see. Yeah. Let's say PHP. PHP audio snippets. That's probably what I should have installed, but I don't have it installed. Okay, so this I also wanted. This is not in default. I wanted to match words in the same buffer. So if it hasn't matched them up and make the tags already, so I can already get some sort of auto completion even though the tags file isn't made. It mixes them up sometimes, so it's a bit annoying. But for me, it's good. Also, like if you're using strings for keys and things like that, it's nice having that for auto completion there. And then YA snippets also. And then you run the setup for getting the documentation in the EL doc, which is down in the mini buffer. And then I'm binding some keys. This is the bindings that they recommend, which I've been using for a long time, but I've just realized that I learned about cross-reference mode, which uses these bindings. So say I'm in here, I'm inside of a PHP, Emacs list file. I can use those same bindings, which it didn't work because of stupid stuff. But here, for example, if I wanted to do this, and I can do, tell me where I can find that. And that'll work inside of, oops, that's weird. Okay. So these are the bindings that you use for, if you see over you have the crossref go to, crossref, and crossref pop marker on the stack. So these are the same things. So I can use, so you have a consistent key bindings, but also it's going to be hard to get rid of the muscle memory that was this stuff. Okay, so now we have the hooks that are getting set up. And this is going to be, whenever PHP mode loads, it's going to run that method that I made above, that here is, which is going to set up ACPHP, all the settings. So anytime that you load PHP mode, it's going to run that. I also, after that, I wanted to remake tags. I could probably put this inside of that function, but I don't have it. And I also have my projectile idle timer. Which is going to run this function. Should, but something doesn't look right there. Let's see. No. Okay. File. Idle. Timer. No, I think it's very old. Okay, it's a hook that's going to be run when projectile idle timer is not null. Which I think I don't set that. I don't have that set up here. Ah, no, I have it here. No, PHP auto update animal. Okay, so the idle timer isn't going to be running, so that's really not going to do anything right now. So that's how you get PHP autocomplete set up. I would say if you're new to getting this running, I would say copy and paste this for me. It took me a while to actually get this to a place that I found that was usable and that was working consistently for me. And obviously, if you don't have the ensure set up, you should set up ensure. You know what? Let's take a look and see. Not 20 minutes yet. I'll try to keep these two kind of short, but let's see what that PHP AC. Yes. PHP. No. PHP. Yes. So what is this PHP auto yes snips? Not installed. So, percent of PHP library functions, but I have this working with autocomplete. Not sure why I need that. Let's try, maybe snippets, I didn't have them installed. Snippets. So, I don't know what's installed. What is installed here? Otherwise, maybe that's where they're installed from. So you have the function, that's probably where it is. So you have the function keyword, and you have a couple other things, so it would autocomplete those snippets. So I'm assuming this is this. So, you know what? Let's install that. Oh, which I don't have it installed. Well, let's see, where is a good place to have that thing installed? Autocomplete. I think that goes into autocomplete. Let's try that into autocomplete. And fits. Package. Let's get in. Let's get them like this way. Package. What was it? Yeah. What did I call it? Yeah, snippet. Help. Yeah. Let's see if that works. Why didn't you like that? Well, it didn't like yeah snippets. Could be no. Yeah, snippets doesn't seem like such a new version. Let's see if it installed. So this doesn't seem to be working. Not sure why. Not sure why. So if anybody can tell me what I did wrong, it didn't work, I would be happy to find out. Happy to hear about it. I'm gonna cut this one off now. That's about getting PHP autocomplete set up. There's some other basic stuff that you might want to set up to make it more of a more complete PHP IDE. But for me, this is enough. You can get into a shell quickly. Yeah, so you can see that I have a shell open here somewhere, and once you're in the shell you can do pretty much everything that you want. So you can see that I was loading all the packages from Composer that I wanted before. So once you have a shell, then you can run any kind of shell command that you want in Emacs, right? But that wasn't what I wanted to do at all, but I guess that's a good sign to stop here. Call to